morning and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folari. Well, my guest this morning, let me tell you about our guest straight away. Honorable Ikwola Mishore, former member, Lagos State House of Assembly, and Dr. Jide Johnson of the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, Lagos. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
And thank you very much for coming.
To our viewers
Indeed.
At home.
Well, on the political scene, the news is out there. The ruling party, with the court, ordering the APC chairman to cease to parade himself, their words, as chairman of APC. Are we heading for a leadership vacuum in APC? By now, everybody knows the story. No need to spend too much time going over it. But it is thought that the lawyers of the APC chairman will be heading to the appeal court this morning to seek a stay of execution. Okay, if that happens, it is theorized that this might indeed move the president to ask the chairman to call a National Executive Council, again. And if that were to happen, again, further theorizing, the Hawks might move in and ask for, actually put forward a resolution, call for a resolution that the chairman should step aside. Now, all of this is theorizing. Now, let's see what thinking minds think of all of this. Let me start with you because you are directly involved, Honorable Ikwola Mishore, being a member of APC. Is your party in something of a quandary right now?
Well, thank you very much. It's been long. It's been a prolonged dispute between the chairman and the governor of his home state.
Yes.
And
where the whole problem originated from.
And
the suspension that he is now serving, or that has now been pronounced, is based on an action from his home state APC.
And this is now getting to anticlimax. If you look back, you remember the governor started it all by constituting or inaugurating an assembly with 9 men, a minority, appointing speaker, appointing that, and all efforts to make him see reason that this is democracy and not autocracy, telling him that we should not go back to the days of OBJ when 6 can remove 23. And all efforts failed. And the chairman, his home state party, was unable to control that governor. And I wonder what our leadership has been looking at, allowing to get to this stage. One would have reckoned that somebody would have said, look, stop. But since, be that as it may, we have gotten to this level, dangerous level. Asking the court to take over, I call it judicial coup, where what you cannot get in the party, you go to the court to get it. But politics is a dynamic game. We are learning by the day. What has happened now is a temporary impasse.
Okay.
From some circle, sponsored or supported by the governor, trying to use the court to get something out. But the party is Nigeria. It's not just Edo. Edo is, in fact, it's a fraction of Nigeria. But little fraction can cost you your life. So the party will fight for his life. Oshiomhole, you know him, he's a fighter, he will not go down like that. And what we just had is an interim injunction, and which by law, if things we should have settled at the party level was not settled at the party, and the court is now the arbiter, then going all hog, it can be stopped.
So we have what they call an interlocutory injunction.
It does not mean that it's going to take off. Somebody will go to court probably this morning, and I expect the court to also do justice. But that is not healthy for our party.
Indeed.
It does not show that a party that is in control. And the situation is that when you say president, governor, they are the leader of the party, and if the president decides to slip over problems, then it becomes a national problem, and that's what all of us are seeing today.
Dr. Johnson, how do you see?
Well, there's nothing new in what is happening in APC that we have not seen in the political experience since 1999. This is what characterized PDP towards any transition. You knew how Adamu Muazu emerged as chairman. We knew how many national chairmen were changed. We also knew the circumstances that led to the emergence of Oshiomhole himself as as the national chairman after the expiration of Oyegun's tenure. So the issue that is facing us is nothing new. The more things seems to change, the more they remain the same within our political landscape. But the only thing is that
that sentence you just said is not likely to be very pleasing to APC.
No.
They came in on a mantra of change.
No.
And now you are saying that the more things seem to change, the more they remain the same.
No, you see, Oshiomhole is fighting a system he helps to establish. That's it. Oshiomhole is helping to fight a system. His emergence is as a result of the patronage of the governors. When he was the governor, the national chairman was from his state. What he is doing, just let me quickly allude to what Honorable said. What he is doing to his governor, his sitting governor, now, can he take it from his national chairman then? You see, the power block in the political system we have since 1999 are the governors. They are the power block. The problem Oshiomhole has is just minute compared to the problems he has with the governors of APC. You know, the move of the governor of APC to get him sacked before the president intervened after his re-election for the national. So, for me, I don't think our political class, they learn from the past. Because what we are seeing, we have seen before, and I'm not too sure we are not going to see it again. But one danger I've seen concerning our democracy and moving forward, which I think we must critically address, is the issue of court intervention in a democratic process. I think there's a need for us to have a constitutional court where all issues, because I can approach any court and get any kind of injection. So we need a special court that would deal with constitutional matters and democratic matters. It's very, very important. You know, if you have such issue, you only take it to that court, not approach one high court in Lagos, another high court in Abuja, another high court. If we don't deal with this issue, it's just a matter of time. We'll have a state of impasse in governance throughout Nigeria.
Now, the Honorable Dr. Johnson has spoken about the governors and the role that they are playing in this. We understand, as you have as has been explained and indeed has been reported upon, how it's not as if this shouldn't have been that much of a crisis. If while we're saying that is that impending leadership vacuum is alluding to the fact that there's not an immediate successor, even if the chairman is not going to roll over and die on this. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, should he have to give way, there isn't a straightforward, although I hear that, former governor Senator Ajimobi has been indeed put forward, as the deputy national chairman, which is not to the pleasure of a number of governors, particularly from Ekiti State, where they're saying that, hang on, the former occupant of that office, who has now become a minister, is from us. And so it needs to be replaced from us. So again, another crisis of, here you people go again. That is APC speaking to each other. Here you people go again with imposition, with acting alone, and it's not going to augur well. Right now, the party is in a state of flux.
It's a very serious case. Me, I'm a party man to the core, and I'm particularly very worried. Because we have a president who sleeps over matters. These are simple issues that whoever is the head national leader or head of the party should take action. But in a situation where you wait and wait until the head of the fish that is rotting get to the tail, talking seriously, it has been there for long, where governors are given excessive powers. Governor is an appointee of the party, but because they have the largesse and everything, you now make them the leader. They start trampling on everybody, including those who led them and who appointed them. So it's a misnomer, but party rule is still party rule. But what we can just agree is that APC should not sleep. There's a monster now created, and a situation where the court become another military, staging coup. Now the court can even say who is a man and who is a woman. The court can now say you are governor even without going to the ballot. So it is getting serious, and that's why I want to support my colleague, Doctor, that we should be talking about constitutional court, where issues like this will go. Don't forget that Obaseki went to River State, where Wike is a friend, to go and get, to go on this particular matter, to get down to Oshiomhole. So you can even go to a court where your wife is the judge. So constitutional court is very necessary because whether we like it or not, the military are sleeping. The courts are now awake. They can push sledgehammer into our democracy.
If we're not careful.
If we are not careful. Then we also should put our house in order.
When you say we, you're talking about the politicians.
I'm talking about we politicians.
Okay. Politicians actually have been accused of being at
APC,
the root of all the problems, including electoral and all of that.
If APC is self, you are a ruling party, you are in government. Self-restraint. I don't know why a family fight will be allowed to drag so long. Yoruba say, Nigeria is not so. How can they?
You shouldn't have, well, loosely translated, you shouldn't have elders in the community. You shouldn't have intractable problems if you have elders in the community.
So, but the trouble of APC started long ago. No national leader. No board of trustee. Because
wait a minute, how about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu? He's referred to as national leader.
He said he's referred to as national leader.
National leader.
He is. But when you look at the constitution of the party, do you have a national leader? No board of trustee. In other parties, when things like this occur, the board of trustee will sit. The highest organized national working committee.
It shouldn't be.
And which shouldn't be. So, probably this is a testy case that will make the party sit down and do what is necessary. Don't forget that our party is ruling Nigeria. If Nigeria collapsed today, our party made it collapse. So, the leaders, they should have ears and listen. Election for governorship is months away.
Yeah, in Edo State.
And already, Obaseki is romancing the PDP.
Well,
Good luck went to go and visit him. Politicians, we don't visit our enemies unless we have something to get from him.
I think the party should just respect its institution and its structure. Like you said, if you look at APC structure, for example, one of the challenges the governors had with Adams Oshiomhole was him not calling the National Executive Committee meeting and not calling National Working Committee meeting of the party. Like Honorable said, the Constitution, since 2014, the Board of Trustees of APC has not been constituted. It's a requirement in their Constitution. Now, if you look at the judgment, the injunction that the judge granted, it was based on the constitution of the party, that the party must respect its constitution, because you are first and foremost a member of the party from your ward. From your ward. In actual sense, he will tell you, if you have been involved in politics, you know that the smallest unit in politics is your unit, which is your polling unit. So you join the party from your unit.
That's right.
Unit to your ward to your local government to state, and state to national. For the national chairman, he lost at all this level. At the ward level, he was suspended. At the local government level, he was suspended. At the state level, he was suspended. He was only operating. So the injunction was granted based on, and they said charity begins at home. And I think that as an example, the national chairman should be able to put his house, which is from his home state, in order. If you look at it, now there is no deputy national chairman south, there's no deputy national chairman north. The national secretary of the party resigned, is presently the governor of UB State. How many years, how many months will it take you to fill those posts? He tells you about the leadership style of the national chairman. It tells about
the ironic thing probably is that I can imagine APC if it were, PDP if it were a person, just looking, sit-down looking, and
there's no difference between PDP and APC.
Who
did they want to replace who did they want to replace as the national deputy chairman from Ekiti? It's Benga Luko. Benga Luko was senator from which party? If you look at the actors and players in 1919, begin to label them like you brand water. You brand them. You will see that you will trace them back to PDP. I'm not joking.
I just want to react to the suspension.
Sure.
You see, when there is a faction in a political party, all actions taken is null and void. That word you are talking about, the Oshiomhole's faction were not in that meeting.
Okay.
At the local government, they were not in that party,
Okay.
in that meeting. At the state level, they were not in that.
Okay.
So that thing is just, the law may not call it kangaroo, but can be challenged.
His own congress his own congress that he organized when Oyegun was the national chairman. When Oyegun was the national chairman, Oshiomhole was running a parallel structure that does not take instruction from that national chairman. He's benefiting from what he has instituted.
Okay.
By telling you that the constitution of the party is very clear. Before you can remove a man of national status, you must get concurrent approval by the National Working Committee.
Exactly.
That they did not achieve.
That has
so
not...
I'm not a lawyer. That judge has left a room for nullification of that judgment.
Okay.
But be that as it may, all these governors are too strong. Our party needs to look at their constitution.
Look, Honorable, look at former Governor Jimobi that has been announced now as the interim national leader. Again, it's being challenged that wait a minute, by those who are not happy with the fact.
So that's another day.
That look, by the way, was this done in conformity with our constitution? And they say it is a ringing no.
That's another day. Don't let them hear what we are saying here. At the party level, we can resolve that. Exigencies of situation can make you do things the way you like, but you must carry along those agreed. So I know in politics, we all know the law. Many times we break the law, and at family level we sort it out, and court cannot prognose. So for as long as the local people don't go to court, for as long as we can sort it out in-house, without going to court. But all I know is that in politics, exigency of situation makes you take actions.
The political class don't learn, Honorable. You want to replace absolutism with constituted authority.
Anyway, I don't want us to go into that because we create more problems.
The interesting thing is that
this one we have, let's talk about it. And what I want to say is that Oshiomhole too will learn
from the situation we have.
That a father must manage his house.
Did he learn from Zamfara? Did he learn from Zamfara? From Rivers? What happened in Bayelsa? Did he learn from it? You see, the bottom line is that you have said it, you have captured it. I imagine Obasanjo as the president, Oshiomhole will not be the national chairman of the party. Because look, through his action or his own inaction, it has cost the party electoral fortune. And if this issue is not properly managed, it will cost the party the electoral fortune in those states. The party won fair and square in Zamfara state. The people ruling in Zamfara state are not meant to be there because APC won throughout. Even cases where there were no candidate fielded in the ballot, the court awarded seats to people that did not feature in the ballot.
That's what
now
I'm saying.
The party lost in Bayelsa state. The Bayelsa one is painful because the Bayelsa people went out and voted for a candidate. They wanted a change. And then out of the actions or inactions of the party, the party lost on that basis. In civilized climate, he will have resigned.
One moment, please. Good morning, Mr. George.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you for calling in.
Greetings to Dr. Johnson and the...
Honorable Mishore.
Okay. Yes, sir. Uncle Yori, I personally want to apportion some blame to the president. Because right from time, he is rather aloof from party affairs. It's not ideal. If you are the leader of a party and the party is in disarray, you can just look the other way. I imagine if he had delegated party administration affairs to Asiwaju Tinubu, I'm not sure things would have gone this way. I called before when I didn't agree with the style Oshiomhole was using to manage those state APC. But be that as it may, APC must remember that it is Oshiomhole that made them to win the 2015 election, especially the re-election of the president last year. Yeah. We also saw what Oyegun was turning the party to. The governors who are the lords of the party, they hijacked him And if Oshiomhole did not come in, the Senate, the lawmaker there will know what I'm talking about.
Yes, you're
The
right.
party would not have been able to win that election.
That's true.
Because the way the governors run a party, they sideline even the president. They sideline the party chairman. Oshiomhole is coming to address a system that has been in place, which is not working for the party. That is why the governors are against him.
That's true.
How
Okay.
do you now go to a court of law to take a party motion to remove the chairman of a party?
Your party.
This is a grand design by governors who are not happy with the way Oshiomhole is handling the party.
Okay.
I'm not saying Oshiomhole has no faults, but the way the way things are in that party, to deal with this type of governance, you need a character like that of Oshiomhole.
Okay.
He should address his weaknesses and deal with them. If the president does not interfere and allow the party to go down the drain like this, it will be so unfortunate that there may be no APC party for the next election.
Okay. Thank you very much for
Was
calling,
Oshiomhole
Mr.
not
George.
the former-
You see, what I just want to
Okay.
support what he said. You see, it's as if we have no leader in that party. I don't know who and who is resisting Asiwaju's leadership. You see, you need technocrats to run a party. You need people that can think to run a party. A president is too busy to be 100% leader of a party. And not even the style of our president. He's a gentleman, he moves slowly and does things at his own time. Politics is dynamic. You cannot say I will do it tomorrow.
You've got
you
to
must do
react
it now,
speedily.
now. And that is why the crisis has gotten to this stage. All those crises they were referring to that Oshiomhole caused, it wasn't Oshiomhole. If a leader had been there who will say, Mr. Chairman, the leader doesn't need to come out to change situations. All the governors, they were enjoying themselves. Even in PDP, the governors who are controlling the party, and most of the governors we have now, some of them are from PDP. They have been enjoying, almighty position. They want to continue. And APC is quite different. So that's why we are having all this problem. In APC, when the party said this way, it is that way. I've never learned a situation.
Before. Okay, one moment, please. Good morning. Are they in the UK?
Yeah, good morning. W.I. Chief Yori. I want to congratulate the Honorable in the studio.
Honorable Omishore.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, he has been the one that put the name on the air. They have been debating Oshiomhole, even on the journalist hangout. Nobody mentioned it. The fault, everything is the fault of the president. And if you see, Oshiomhole will write a book, I'm sure, after this 2023. Because there are some cabal who is controlling Oshiomhole from the presidency. So the man cannot act literally on his own. So he has to take, so it's been changed from left and right. He has no mind of his own. So the control is from the president, and the president is just watching and just not doing nothing. So Oshiomhole is just like a scapegoat being used. If you watch when the president went to those states to commission the project here, he was playing with the Edo governor. If it's Obasanjo, Edo governor, he will not even shake hands with Edo governor.
Will not come there.
Because how can you go 99 members in the assembly, which is wrong, against the constitution of the country.
Okay.
And the president is nothing wrong in that.
All right.
So Oshiomhole is being claimed. He has no authority of his own. From left side, people don't know this. They are just calling Oshiomhole. The man will say the truth after 2023. I'm 100% sure of that. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Oshiomhole-
Mr. Ade, one moment, please. I'm going to come back to you because I've got to go off on a commercial break now. Stay with us, please. We'll be right back and we'll continue to get your reactions. Okay, welcome back, and we're looking at the interlocutory injunction obtained against the APC chair. As I said, if indeed things are going according to how it was said yesterday, right up to this morning, they probably should be looking for an appeal for a stay of execution. But going back to how we arrived here, the quote-unquote anti-Oshiomhole forces within the ruling party some of the things we've heard is that he's too high-handed. He goes his own way, a one-man regime, and all of that. And I wanted to put this against what Mr. Ade from the UK said, that look, these people, they need a strong man. And for a long time it was said that we needed a strong person in the APC. So the APC members themselves said, we need a strong person. But now, is it like possible to have too much of a good thing, if indeed they were right?
You see, Oshiomole's emergence as the national chairman of the party was at the behest of who? At the behest of the governor. In actual sense, his election was a coronation rather than an election. Except if you study the parties from 1999 to date.
Dr. Johnson, it was more of a coronation than an election.
Than an election, it was more of a coronation.
Because they say the president himself, when he was still governor, had paved the way for him
to be the national chairman. You see, in this present Fourth Republic, the most powerful bloc of politicians are the governors. They control virtually every aspect of our life, whether in APC or in PDP. Obasanjo, as strong as he was in 2003, fable has it that he prostrated for the governors to get his re-election.
Yes.
Well, you did say fable.
Has it that he prostrated to get his re-election in 2003 at Delta State Lodge. And when he returned, we knew what happened. So now, the executive presently constituted in Nigeria, the federal executive, is controlled by who? By the former governors. The National Assembly is heavily dominated by who? By the former governors. So they identify Oshiomhole. When Oshiomhole was the governor, he was the leader of the party in his state. In actual sense, he self-appointed his successor. So I have said it. Oshiomhole cannot fight a system he benefited from. A system, he was a major beneficiary. So if people are complaining about the governors, Oshiomhole himself was what? Was once a governor that did not listen to his national chairman, that had his way as a governor, that ensured that his national chairman was also replaced. So it's the cycle.
And he was referred to as the Godfather killer at the time.
Exactly. So it is the cycle of how our party is. I told you what happened to PDP. How did the Mazu emerged? The last national chairman of PDP when Jonathan was, how did he emerge?
The governors.
It was the governors too. Okay. So you can't do away with the governors.
It takes a Moses in the Pharaoh's palace to take Israelites out of Egypt.
Okay, he will go to the wilderness.
A former governor can also change what is bad.
Okay.
I am telling you, I am against any system where governors dictate, because they are slot themselves, a slot appointed themselves. They now become authority. Don't forget, whoever pays the paper dictates his tune. You can imagine the governor of Lagos State to be in charge of that party with all like yes. All of what we just say, okay, we come. So I think that thing should stop. Oshiomhole was trying to change a system. He was in fact a beneficiary too. But I can tell you that the governors in the past created a lot of problems for the party. But the only thing I don't like about Oshiomhole is that it's not tactical. The gra-gra of labor union is still him. But he should have been calm. And look at Obasanjo, he dobale to get what he wants, and he eventually, but that tax which he lacks, he should go for training school.
That's stooping to conquer.
Yes.
It needs to come in with politicians.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Yakub.
Yeah, good morning, Judiciary.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Good morning, Honorable, and then the other gentleman.
Dr. Johnson.
Dr. D.D. Johnson. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, Judiciary, you see, some of us that support this government, by extension the APC as a party, you see, Judiciary, sometimes when we heard all this kind of a thing going on, we are not happy at all. Judiciary, the person that's supposed to come into this station and settle it once and for all is nobody than Mr. President. You see, for me personally, I love our president. In fact, in my area, they also call me second Buhari because the way I believe in that president. Because you see, Judiciary, the style of leadership of our president It is not a politician. He should be able to change as a leader of the party, quote and unquote. He's a leader. I didn't mean that Mr. President called the governor of Edo State when he was inaugurated, just 9 members in that state. Call him to order that you have to follow the due process. I've never seen in this country a station whereby the National Assembly, the House of Assembly was inaugurated in the midnight, Chief Jury, and then nobody sees anything wrong with that particular station. And then
well, the president had said he was for everybody and he was for nobody.
Mr. Chief Jury, that was then. This position today, it is go beyond all those things because some of us in our locality here, we spend our little resources that we have without not expecting anything from anybody rather than good governance. Even though we call to this program every day, we are not calling because we expect anybody to give us anything. Rather than just give us a good governance. How do you go to give a good governance if you don't get your political party right? Chief Jury, let me say this quickly. You see, Dr. Jide Johnson said something earlier that he was blaming Oshiomhole for Zamfara, blaming Oshiomhole for Delta State and all that. And then he was failing to give kudos to Oshiomhole for Imo State and other states as well. See, Chief Jury, I didn't mean that Oshiomhole does not come to play in 2015. Chief Jury, I can bet you one lie. I swear to God, we are going to APC club lost 2015 election. So, Chief Jury, finally, for me, Oshiomhole should fight it to finish. If at the end of the day, if he lost, I will give him kudos that he lost. If he fight it to finish, if he win, I will also applaud him that he win. Because if you have those governors,
right,
they are too powerful.
Okay.
You see, all this thing is about 2023. Look at it. How could you be saying that they're suspending a political party leadership, and then yesterday in Edo State they were rejoicing, they were this, and then not every member of political party, especially the APC in Edo State, they were happy about suspending of a political leader, and then you suspending your leadership in the world.
Okay.
Who are you? Are you greater than the leadership of the party in the locality world? So it is the politics of Edo State. And
thank you very much for calling in. You know, everybody, well, not everybody, but it has been said that Mr. President himself, no less, is actually culpable for all of this wahala. Now, what do you do? There was a time when we had a President Obasanjo. He was accused of interfering far too much in the matters of the party.
We now have a president.
Now you have a president who doesn't want to meddle, I believe it would be the word he would use, in the matters of the party. Leave the chairmanship, leave the structure to do their work. I'm also a member myself. I'm bound by what they say. And everybody's now saying, Mr. President, by not coming into it, he's to blame.
You see, the president is to blame. You see, there's something you call intrigue in party and governance. It seems there's an attempt to weaken some areas of the party for a stronger presidency. Because the National Assembly even sent delegation to Edo State, telling them that what they did is wrong, having 9 people. The president should have seized that opportunity to make a policy statement, and the problem will have gone down. So
but hindsight is 2020. At the time, I imagine, given the character of our president, who likes, and it has been mentioned here, to reflect on matters, look at implications, look at all of that. I mean, to have spoken in the moment, nobody, the president has Garuba Shehu and Femi Adesina, so he doesn't need me. But I'm saying that this is how people...
See the contradiction in
Let me bring in someone so we don't lose the call that we have. We have a call. Can't even remember where the call is from now. Do we have a call?
Yes,
Mazi Okorafor in Arochukwu. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Comrade Mazi. Good day, Deputy Provost or Deputy Provost, I guess, in the studio. Good morning,
his tenure has expired, so there's no more Deputy Provost.
No,
he has used up his tenure. Just by the way.
Provost is Provost. Honestly, for matters arise or join the conversation, you see, we have to issue of rule of law in this country. Nobody, Tom, Dick, and Harry, should do what? Obey court order. That will make sure that is our system of democracy to flow very well. But in a country like ours, where we flout laws, it's not good. It's not. Now you ask yourself, The young ones, they call the youth, the young ones to run. Is that what they are going to drop as a legacy for them? It's not. We must obey court order. If you are not satisfied, what do? You appeal. From appeal, you go to Supreme. From Supreme, you come back to them. Because the military they gave us is still working. It must work for everybody. But the question is this. If you are in any office, whether chairman or anything, that immunity that people are looking for shouldn't come in. We should say no to anything immunity clause. It's because of the immunity clause that make Nigerians, when the court comes out, they just feel that they are upper and lower, which is not possible. It's not possible. Okay. Because whatever you do, there's what they call the boomerang effect in psychology. That boomerang effect must still come back. Why am I saying this? Whatever you sow, you reap it. What is it that if you are saying,
does this apply to? Are you saying this applies to Oshiomhole?
It's everywhere, not only Oshiomhole. It's what is going on now. Look at what is going on in the political arena in all the 36 states of Israel, including Abuja.
Oh, you are looking at this beyond the Oshiomhole debacle. Okay.
Huh?
You are looking at it beyond. Okay. Okay.
I'm talking generally.
Oh, okay.
Now, we are borrowing everything from America. Everything America. And we should follow that. Now, I think I've seen what is happening now. Coronavirus, what is happening now? The International Monetary has come now. The World Bank has come and OPEC has come and what are they looking? They are looking for fraud to make sure that they help the whole world, not only China. That is what I just borrow a leaf. When the people say step aside, step aside.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.
Indeed. Thank you very much for calling.
Uncle Yori, the contradiction in what people have said that the president should intervene.
I think I have a problem.
And is this. You are asking the president to intervene at the national level, and you are telling the governor not to intervene at the state level.
No, don't get it wrong.
No, I'm not getting it wrong.
National leader.
At the national level, the president is an executive. If you are asking the governor, if the president to intervene at the national level, and you are saying the state governor should not intervene.
The president is like an appeal court in this matter.
See, in this matter, if you say the governors have no relevance, I'm not in support of the governors. Because the bottom line is that there's the need for us to restructure our institution. The party is bigger than any individual. Wherever you have a strong party structure, the party is stronger than any. But what we have, the moment people get elected into office, either as governor or as president, we see them larger than life. And like Mazi said, let the parties respect their institution. For example, the National Working Committee of the party is required by the Constitution on how to meet and how to take decisions. And the membership of the National Working Committee. The board of trustees of the party has a role and a constitution to play. Don't forget, even the National Working Committee of the party includes the president, includes the vice president, includes the speaker of the House of Rep, includes the Senate president. I ask you this question. At what level or at what time have they had the National Working Committee to, because at that level you have the executive, you have the legislature, so that the party's manifesto could be annexed and it will be the legislation that we don't allow structures to take place. That's why we have the problem we have in Nigeria, and we continue to have that problem.
We will continue to have that problem until we look at that constitution of the party.
But because what did they analyze there? That take, for instance, that body where everybody is represented. That is the executive, the legislature, and all of that. But APC still is carrying on the way pretty much it wants. And this is the kind of behavior that APC, before coming to power, used to, condemn PDP for.
What happened was that the foundation of APC, of different parties, every party, even though they are now one, are still trying to outsmart each other. Okay. And what we must know that the president is the one who's supposed to call the state leader to order. The state governor is the leader of the party in that state. If the leader of the party in that state wants to destroy your party, you as the national leader should be able to call that governor to order. Whether we like it or
when you say national leader here, are you talking about the president or Ashwaji?
The president is the president is regarded as the national leader of the party.
Okay.
The governor is regarded as the state leader of the party. Since there's a problem with the state leader and his people, the president, who is the national leader, should have called the state leader to order rather than look on.
Okay.
Then the constitution, we needed to amend it to make sure that we have a clear-cut national leader.
Okay, one moment, please. Mr. George in Makurdi, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for calling in. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, we're delighted to have you. Thank you for calling.
And, I'm also a card-carrying member of APC.
Okay.
But let me take you to memory lane. In the days of MPN, UPN, all this nasty thing doesn't happen because party is supreme. And when party tells you this is where they are going, all members key into it. And if such a thing is happening in this present dispensation, there will be discipline in the party. And this party in Edo State is slow burning quietly like, to that of Zamfara. Rivers said that we lost our chances of ruling that state.
That's true.
This fault lies on the table of our president, which they presume as the national leader of the party. If you watch our former president, Obasanjo, if it is his own era, this thing will not happen. He will come and will die with you in the morning and remove you in the evening, quietly. The moment you don't play to the games of the party. If this thing will have been settled, let them call the governor, Oshiomhole, tell everybody to go and withdraw cases in the court. You can imagine they set up a Akode panel. Akode panel is at work, but they are busy getting injunction here and there, throwing hammer into all what they are doing. They are telling us technically that they don't recognize the party. And if you see the suspension of Oshiomhole, the national body must key to it. It's an unconcluded process. So you cannot easily come out and say Oshiomhole is suspended.
Yet a judge has based, a court has based its decision on that very fact.
On the matter you put up and since you want me to round up.
Thank you very much.
My message is very clear. Everybody, Oshiomhole has his word. He's not an angel. The governor, Obaseki too, has his problem. Maybe he's believing this from Edo Efasha, that is Benin, that he has a game of numbers and he can edge other people out. But all those house members that were not sworn in have their own foot soldiers that can throw hammer into, throw spanner into all what is going on. I pray that we have solution to it.
Indeed.
Okay. And let party supremacy be the major thing. Let everybody keep behind the party and obey their leaders in the party.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now that, is it your feeling, the Honorable Mishori, that now that the party has really received this jolt of a judicial pronouncement, you know, as undesirable as it is for courts to come that much into politics, you think the party might actually now see sense and say that now this matter is where we're not playing anymore? Because you just said it. You said it earlier that if we're not careful, there might not be any APC towards 2023.
It's clear. I think everybody's talking about the president. I hope he listens. He's the man who to change the order. Because as it is today, we need a national leader. Let the president be president. We need a party activist. We need a political technocrat.
You think the president can do what the Baba Konde committee cannot do?
No, you see, it's the president who will direct. What I'm saying is, if you have a national chairman, all what Akade is doing will have been unnecessary.
But it looks like the president's stance is one of, I don't want to interfere. I don't want to interfere.
The president?
Yes.
It's a failure on his part. If you say you are the father of the house, you ask his disintegrating, you say you don't want to talk. You must. And that's the reason, because he is busy with the economy, with all challenges. He should allow a national leader to emerge who will be accountable to him.
All right.
A national chairman. We've had it before.
So you're holding the president responsible for the mess that the party finds itself in
but
now.
the party can look at the constitution, have a national leader who will make sure that nothing happens in the house.
Okay. Last caller, Tunde in Ajota. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for calling in, sir.
Thank you. And good morning to your guests in the studio, too.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm following the topic of the day, and I'm very impressed about the two gentlemen in the studio. They both have a point. But for me personally, I am kindly saying that I'm disappointed with Mr. President. I'm a card-carrying member of APC, and I'm a supporter of Mr. President. But the way he's anchoring his leadership is not too well. I felt disappointed that it is only when things go down deeply the rail before he now comes in. He has the right to do what is just. If there is nobody is perfect. Oshiomhole is not perfect in everything he's doing, even though he is a kind of a victim of what he's facing. But the right thing for the president to do is for him to make a statement that will bring everybody on board. A governor cannot just inaugurate a half member of a parliament and is saying that he's controlling a state. It's not done.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tunde. Appreciate your calling in. Thank you. We're fast running out of time, and I just wanted to give the last maybe half a minute each to our guests in studio to look at the matter. Dr. Johnson?
Uncle Yori, it's not the president that has not announced. It was yesterday when the court injunction came that the list of the national chairman offices that were replaced were just being released. Was it the president that was responsible for it? I think the leadership of the party is responsible. I think Adams Oshiomhole should allow the institution of the party to function. Once that is in place, you can't blame the president. When Obasanjo was the president, we were blaming him for too much interference. Now the president, this president is allowing things to take its shape, to allow the structure and institution of the party. Even the president, when they had the primary, he said anyone that disagrees should go to court. It tells you that he has a democratic spirit. We should not put the blame on the president. I think the leadership of the party should do what is right.
Honorable Mishuri.
The party should simply sit down and amend that constitution. What stops Bola Ahmed Tinubu from being the national leader? A technocrat that can run the party. Anybody that knows how to build a house, we know how to put it in order. What is disturbing Aso Rock? That they don't want those who can keep the party afloat to run the party. That constitution must be looked at. The president should be the president. The same way we said the governor should not be the leader of the party in the state. Why should the president be the president leader of the party at national level? Okay. We need a national leader. Pure and simple.
Thank you very much, Honorable Omishore. And we'll leave it there for now as we look at unfolding developments in this saga. Honorable Bola Omishore, former member, Lagos State House of Assembly. And our thanks also to Dr. Jide Johnson, NIJ Lagos, former Deputy National Provost. And because they go about things the right way, nobody is saying we no go giri, we no go giri. So there you go. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Okay, so that's our program today. Join us tomorrow, please, for a fresh edition. I'm Yori Folani. Bye-bye for now.